here from Houston Style Magazine. You've seen her everywhere when it comes to fashion, beauty, and your must-dos and don'ts, okay? But she's the star on The Real. She's one of the co-hosts, okay? But I love her. She's a star to me.
Oh, I love you. And the girls, they love you too for loving us. We love you all.
Sitting here with Jeannie Mai, it's so amazing that she's here in Houston, and I definitely
What
want to
up, Houston? H-Town?
She's so awesome. Look, throw up the H really fast.
Yes.
Want to get into why you're here. I think it's really awesome, relapsing MS.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that initiative and why it is so close to your heart?
Of course. Well, this was one of my most favorite projects because I'm partnering up with Biogen to join a website. We created a website called reimaginemyself.com. And this website allows anybody who's either dealing with MS personally or knows somebody like I do who's dealing with RMS or MS to get some new tips, to get refreshed on some ideas on how to live life differently. So for me, of course, I handle the style portion like you just said. Style has been something that my mom, Mama Mai, who is a Houston native, she taught me that you don't need a lot of money, you don't need to be famous, you don't need to be a style expert to just get your swag on, you know, to just feel yourself and to be confident and to celebrate every day. So when my Aunt Lynn was diagnosed with RMS, it was a hit on the family because we didn't know how to react to the different changes she experienced every day. Look at that. Whoa. Just the tweets and the messages coming in, shame on me.
That's the love, guys.
But, you know, after we learned what Aunt Lynn was going through, I figured out, you know what, don't distance myself from someone just because they have a disease that we don't connect with. God put everybody on earth for a reason. God gave us something that we dealt with because he knew we could handle it. So for me, I was like, okay, my Aunt Lynn has this, we used to be really tight. How can I connect back with her? And I thought about my own gifting, which is style. I don't know any woman out there who doesn't know how to embrace style, right? So I started to just get in there with my aunt with cool DIY tips that were like efficient and practical for her to start using and start looking forward to every day. So if you go to reimaginemyself.com, you'll see my tips on how to design your own jeans, those jeans that you pay buku dollars for at the mall that it shouldn't be happening. You can do those yourself with Michaels or Joanne Fabrics. I also taught her how to do some simple swaps so that she doesn't have to fuss with like zippers like she used to. You know, sometimes it's hard for women. I don't know how I do it with these nails. How to like zip up your dress. So I taught her how to like loop the dresses with different like cool ribbons and things like that so that you could efficiently get dressed. You know, just basically small swaps to reimagine life. And that's for everybody, not just for my Aunt Lynn, but for anybody who visits the site reimaginemyself.com.
Now before we you know, ask you about your beauty do's and don'ts, okay, and your favorite beauty tip. Tell me, what is it that, you know, how are we going to be able to bring awareness to this cause? Like, are you guys actually raising money or?
Yes, you know what, the best way for you to be kept up to date with this information, is to just go to reimaginemyself.com because if you go to the site, it's constantly updated so that you'll see what the community is doing to move more to connect with people. And if you want to learn more about MS, you should just go to abovems.com. And that was a really helpful website for me and my family just to learn the different effects that vary between different people.
Awesome. So your favorite beauty tip?
Okay, favorite beauty tip. Okay, for out here in Houston in H-Town, I taught my mom this and she was so excited about it because I don't know about everybody else. We're gonna get intimate, okay? You know I'm on the show called The Real, so I gotta keep it 100.
Keep it real.
We sweat. We get really, like, I know, it gets hot, right?
Doing it now.
Right? It gets hot out here. So I use deodorant not just under my arms, but I use it underneath my knees. I use it between my cleave. I use it in all the areas that I know I sweat in. Sometimes I even take a little bit and dab it like on the sides of my neck when I'm going out for events, like when the Dallas Fried Food Fair was going on. Oh, I was up in that biz. But I had deodorant like every area so that even like under your arms where it just gets sticky, under my bra, because your bra, like where the area hits with your skin, it just gets really sweaty. I hate that. So deodorant really helps to just keep those areas nice and fresh. Another tip is what I teach on the reimaginemyself.com site is actually swapping the buttons. So I love hitting up thrift stores, like vintage stores, thrift stores. Even if you go to a clearance rack, sometimes you find a really nice, well, this is an amazing blazer. But let's say the blazer isn't this great of a color, but it could just need a little zhuzh. What I do is I take out the button, whatever the like plastic cheap button it may come in, and then I go to a vintage store and I get a nice brooch and I replace it instead. And immediately it updates the entire jacket. It's really cool.
Wow.
So swapping buttons, like even on a blouse, just swap out all the little plastic buttons with something like a nice little, like a vintage one, or maybe like a French style or a Chinese style, clasp, and it makes the biggest difference. It makes it look really high end.
See, you guys, that's why I love her. Hey, Totally Randie here, sitting with Jeannie Mai. Thank you for speaking with Houston
Randie.
Style Magazine.
Thank you, Houston. Love you guys. I love your Instagram feed.
Hey, check it out. Look, we're going to give it to you and let you say that by yourself.